Hello and welcome to the channel. In this video we'll see how to add a web query to a worksheet in Excel using VBA macros. And this is what we're doing when we go here to data and new query, and we can have a new query from different sources, from a file, from a database. We're gonna do it from the web. And it works similarly to other sources as well. And the reason we want to do this with VBA is that we can automate the process. So imagine we have several worksheets and we want to add several web queries to each of the worksheets. So we could have the list of the websites here and create a loop to loop through each of the worksheets and add automatically the web query. So let's go to the Visual Basic editor and insert a new module here, and the add web query procedure. And the first thing we'll do, we will declare an object variable qt as a query table. Then we will have qt count as an integer, and this will just count the number of query tables that we have. At the moment we don't have any, but when we will run the macro we will have one. And then a website variable as a string. So now qt count equals the active sheet query tables count. And if the count is greater than 0, so if there are any query tables, we want to actually delete it, because we don't want to keep adding query tables in the same worksheet. So we will just delete whatever it is and add the new query table there. So with active sheet query tables 1, and we're just going to have one query table because this macro will delete any other previous query tables, so we can use query tables 1.delete. And then we will clear the worksheet. Okay, now we're going to have our website. So let me show you. We're going to have a web query of this website as an example, and this is showing the holidays for a given country for a given year. So in this case it's gonna be for Spain in 2022. So, and the table we're gonna get is this table with all the holidays and the name of the holiday and the different other information about that. So I'm gonna copy this URL here, and we're gonna use this in our macro. So let me add it here to the variable website. And now we're going to set qt, so we're going to add the query table to our object variable qt. So in active sheet query tables add, and now the first parameter in the add method for the query tables is the connection, and that has to specify what type of connection. In this case is a URL connection, and separated with a semicolon. Then we add the website, and then comma. Then let me continue down here, and then the second parameter is the destination, and that's going to be the active sheet, and we're going to start in range A1. We could put the query table wherever we want, in any other worksheet or starting in any other range. And now with qt, we have many different properties that we could apply to the query table. So for example, here we have the refreshing property, so we can check a very interesting property, for example, is the refresh on file open. We can set the query to be refreshed every time we open the file. Refresh period, and many other things. So we can also change the format from the web. So for example, we can disable the date recognition, or we can change, we can set the web formatting here with this property. We can change several things. For now, we're just gonna set the web selection type, and when I click here and enter equal, it gives the different possibilities. So we can have all the tables in the website, or we can get the entire page. We don't want the entire page, we just want that table with the holidays. Or we can also specify which tables we want. In this case we just have one table, so we can just have all the tables. So now let me put that down here. Then we're gonna refresh the query, and that's gonna display the query in the worksheet. And then we end the with here. So let's play it and see how that works. Here we go. This is our query table. We have the holidays for Spain in this case for 2022, and we have the date and the weekday in columns A and B, the name of the holiday and the type of holiday, and some other details in the other columns. And this is how we add a web query table to the worksheet in Excel using VBA macros. Thanks for watching.